the Luggable Loo, the Nemo camp shower, and the KingCamp pop-up privacy shelter. Absolutely. I used both of them just about every day. One of my envies, one of the things I want to get for next time is a collapsible wagon. That just seems like that could be handy in a lot of different ways. Number one, hauling the 11-liter Nemo to the freshwater refill. The Luggable Loo, man, I'm telling you, it worked out really good as well. I used it. It was awesome. It was indispensable. Being able to have a shower, just come right straight back to camp, hose myself off. It was really great. Definitely worth it. I'm glad I got those. Clamps were a hit. I used them for everything. Hanging up my tapestries, I hung up my towels, I hung up my Turkish towel, I hung my flags up when I was done with them. The flagpole, everybody did like the flagpole, and it looked really cool. The first day when I was hanging up my big ass 4x6 American flag, a couple of guys walked by and was like, "Hey man, appreciate you flying that." It's like, "Hey man, appreciate you. Old Glory is for everybody. It's for us. It's the freedom for all of us. It's the freedom to try to rip off the government at every corner, at every point. Try to rip off the government. That is the American way." I did buy an American-made American flag and an American-made Commonwealth of Kentucky flag. Everything else is probably made in China because everything's made in China. What are you gonna do? The flagpole, it also kind of failed. It only went up to about 15 feet. The bottom rung wouldn't tighten, so it didn't go all the way up, didn't achieve its full height. ServiceFirst has replaced it. They're sending me a new one. I just have to pay shipping. I don't have to send the old one back, so that just means I have a 15-foot flagpole and a 20-foot flagpole, so bunch more flags. What are you gonna do? The camp kitchen was awesome. The best thing about it, I think, is the little pantry, the shelves that go up underneath it to keep everything up off the ground. You know, the bread, the chips, and a sturdy spot to put the Coleman. That's the most important thing, really, is a place to cook. Hitchhiker XL from ProMaster was really handy. It came in really handy. I helped some friends get a really good group picture with its abilities to do that and put a phone on it. At about like this, it really held the phone gimbal just fine, and I think like a heavy camera, like even a full body camera, would fit on there. The big tripod I did bring, I used it in the tent. Thank God I ran out of space on my iPhone, so y'all didn't have to watch me struggle to get the stakes out of all my stuff. I staked the crap out of everything, and I didn't bring a claw hammer, and those stakes were hard to get out. I had to borrow a claw hammer from a camp neighbor. Whew. Thank goodness, that was awful. I struggled with that for a minute. My Temu chair, I don't know if you can see all the way over here, but the Temu lounge chair, I sit on it every day here. It was great at camp. 2 of them for 44 bucks. I got lucky as hell on some zero gravity chairs on Temu. But it was super comfortable just to kick back in at the campsite. It was great. My towels were awesome. They were just as useful. I found them to be more useful for simply a sunshade, just keep the sun off of you than sitting on, but of course I did both. I got my Turkish towel in one day, which was much larger than spec. I just tied it around my neck and wore it like a cape. I noticed by Sunday that blanket culture had taken over. You can't stop blanket culture. If everyone is considerate of everybody else, then blanket culture is the way. What failed? Well, we'll start with the flagpole failed. It didn't go all the way to 15 feet. That's okay. I got 2 flagpoles now. It's gonna be great. This thing doesn't put out a lot of light anyway, but my lanterns were kind of a bust. The Bungees were a bust. I really didn't use them. I had a couple of Bungees already in my truck that I used for loading up and strapping down. I didn't use the first bungee. A little disappointed actually in the prayer rugs. They're a little bit too small to kind of try to wear like this as a cover up. You can use them as a cover up, but just not quite big enough. And being white like this, I don't think it's going to get super dirty real quick. They're really cheap, and they may come in useful at some point. What are you going to do? They can't all be home runs, as Pete Rose said. Oh, my biggest fail was packing food for myself. I did a terrible job of packing the cooler. Meat got into the water. It was awful. I didn't even pack any cooking utensils or like anything to eat with. No forks, spoons, spatula. I didn't bring an egg pan to fry my eggs in. It's a complete breakdown on my part. I have no excuse. I just simply failed. My envies are definitely, number one are lights. Everybody had these really cool string lights, and I'm fumbling around kicking over my lantern. So the string lights I'm definitely gonna get. They all looked really cool. I have no string lights. Weak sauce. Something else I'm gonna get that I didn't see out there, and I'm surprised I've not seen it yet. This has been sitting in my shopping cart for 2 years. It's a solar light up pink flamingo. You can absolutely have that idea, and you're welcome. But I'm finally just gonna pull the trigger and get one of those. I mean, I can't believe all the stupid crap that I buy. And I do have griddle envy. Everybody's got those real nice Blackstone grills. Some neighbors from Massachusetts had, and I just could see them all over the place. I'm like, I'm probably not gonna upgrade, but feel free to visit my Amazon wish list and, you know, spread the love. Bless a brother, if you will. Like, subscribe, share. I ain't trying to go back to work. Undecided on rugs. Everybody around me had rugs, the indoor-outdoor rugs. My rugs definitely felt better on my feet being indoor rugs. I don't know, I like the feeling of the grass on my feet as well, but as I heard one of my Massachusetts neighbors say, there's a little bit of snaggle grass out there to kind of catch your toes when you're walking through camp. So by loadout day, I was kind of like, oh, these rugs are okay, they're kind of nice. So I'll probably keep bringing them. I'll probably keep trying to use just worn out household rugs because they felt better under my feet, but if they get wet, I may have to reconsider that position. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.